I was going to make a smart remark, and I think I would go ahead and do so. Stephen said he didn't want me on his last time preaching at Riviera to ruin his perfect record of getting out on time, and I never let you get out. But time forbids. It's homecoming, and I'm so grateful to be here. Not only because it's the last Sunday before you begin your new journey with your new pastor, but also because it's the last Sunday for this dear man and great friend to lead you in preaching. I was going to go into your sermon, but then it sounds really rude to say you may have shown up here, you and Mary, thinking that you were going to be chickens or cows, but you certainly turned out to be swine. And I'm sure you've celebrated ministry in so many ways, at the university, and at Moorings, and at Palmetto, here. And Riviera is deeply, deeply blessed to have had your partnership, and I was deeply, deeply blessed to be with you, and to have you both as part of my life, and to have you going forward, much closer to me now than you are at the moment. Very briefly about PDA. I didn't know until I left here how few churches in this denomination are swine instead of chickens or cows. That is to say, very few congregations in this denomination actually take every single year all four of the special offerings, participate wholeheartedly in all of the special opportunities for giving that come out of my office and the other offices. And when I came to the sort of marketing piece that we do with the other offices at One Great Hour and with the Compassion, Peace, and Justice area in which I serve, I learned how rare and precious it is to have a church that's committed to all four of those and so much more just because it's the right thing to do, just because that's how you show up and be faithful. So on behalf of the denomination, I want to say thank you for that. Thank you for your steadfastness and your faithfulness. Thank you for knowing that because once PDA was there for you, you guys have shown up for PDA and for all of the other ministries at General Assembly faithfully for years since, years before, for all the years of the life that you've had here at Riviera. Because of you, we are currently training pastors in Kenya, which is kind of a nice full circle piece, so that they can be trauma responders and also do compassion, fatigue, and resilience work among their brothers and sisters, both in Kenya, that continues to struggle with ethnic violence, and in South Sudan, where I just got back from training trainers in Kenya and South Sudan, as that area continues to suffer war. Because of you, we are right now beginning a project to rebuild houses in Homs, Syria, which is still in the midst of grievous civil war, but our partners there from the National Evangelical Synod of Syria and Lebanon, I know you know those folks really well, Isabel, are so faithful to maintaining their presence, a Christian presence, a multi-faith presence in Syria, that they are ready to go back even at risk of their lives, and funds that PDA has been able to resource on behalf of the church, and because of the church, are rebuilding 40, 60 houses in Homs beginning now. Because of you, we're rebuilding homes and training the people in the Philippines to be better disaster prepared. One of the most beautiful things that we've been able to do recently is make sure that disaster response isn't just going in for recovery right after, but rather we're doing as much as we can a full-scale disaster to redevelopment. So we're working with the Hunger Program on a wonderful climate change piece in the Philippines, which is really exciting. and working with them and a trainer that's been hired through funds that were available to help that church become better at helping itself and helping its neighbors to recover. We continue in Hurricane Sandy. We'll probably be there for another 2 or 3 years. Work camp opportunities are available. Tornado response continues, as you know, in Oklahoma, and mudslide response, as well as gun violence response throughout the country. Those are just a few of the things we're doing. We won't say that we've been fortunate to be not in possession of a large-scale disaster in the last bit, but we've been grateful, as I know you have, for the sort of dearth of natural disaster in this arena. And I know globally we've been focusing a lot on the depredation of war, and that's a luxury we probably wouldn't have had if we were dealing with repeated large-scale disasters. So we're grateful for the church that sustains our work. We're grateful for the witness and prayers. My friend Ruth in the Hunger program is very grateful that you are an Earth Care congregation and remain so. And I'm grateful to be home, which is still an